What's the deal? What's the deal, YouTube? Shit, today I'm on my way to court. I got criminal court. I had traffic court. They suspended my license the other day. Well, it already been suspended, but they suspended it a little more. It's traffic court. It's criminal court. It's for when the police say I try to evade their ass, and I went to jail out here in Sacramento. But the case is out there in Stockton. I'll put the video up there. The high-speed chase, they said. We'll see what they talking about, man. But that's gonna be another video of me telling y'all about my little past history, criminal history, in another video. But I'm just making coffee right now. Put this top back on. But yeah, that's all I'm doing today. I'll probably drop off the my partner. He got his YouTube channel too. Vontae_in the whip. No, Vontae_in_whips. Gotta drop the jack off to him. He's fixing on his Camaro. That motherfucker clean too. That motherfucker clean, saucy. But yeah, just made coffee on my way. About to be on my way to court. Out there in Stockton, so shit. I'll hit y'all on the way. Shit, I'm here walking into the courtroom now, Stockton. Shit. Motherfucker. See what they say at this court date.
You been vaccinated?
No.
Go ahead and grab a mask.
Go ahead.
Your shoes, go ahead, put your shoes back on, please. Got a belt?
Now I'm in here. Gotta wear a mask. Gotta wear a mask on my face. But this is all what courtroom you check right here, your name. Shit, where the fuck is my name? No check.
Seventh floor.
Off the elevator, waiting for them to call us now. We all gotta wait in line until they call us. No visitors with you.
courtroom. If you have a cell phone on the floor, we'll be asked to leave. Make sure they're put away.
Yeah, come on.
No communicating with the inmates? Come on in.
I talked to the district attorney and I talked to the public defender and I asked the district attorney, if you're here, can I send you home so you get back to work? And she said yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna come back in 3 weeks. Maybe I'll get reports and sit down.
Take a seat before they're all taken up. That's it for now?
Recess. Judge put us on 10-minute recess. They waiting for the DA, some DA for another case. So we took a little break. Yeah, big ass courthouse. Shit. Going back in now. Going back in.
For an AWP referral, but
10 months in the county jail? Is this something where we're getting rid of a deuce?
no? No. There's no deuce.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
He's asking for,
This is not a felony?
yes,
Okay.
asking for a referral to the Sacramento County AWP as well. What normally happens is he has to check in here and then get an okay to transfer it to Sacramento.
Are you asking for a split?
Not yet.
Sacramento's on our magic list?
That's what I thought they were.
No.
They don't do it inside.
What?
They don't do AWP inside.
We can't do it in Sacramento.
Can't do it, you wanna split it here? Or just
I was
split it here?
surprised to find Stanislaus.
I wouldn't agree to a
It's not on
split.
the list.
He can apply from within when he's reached his time.
So what we're saying is, in order for you to do it,
Alameda,
you have to get it down to
Alameda for
120 days, from
bunch of
180,
bunch
you
of
do
counties.
30 days.
They never do Sacramento.
What's the date? Give me
They
the
keep
date.
doing these.
Do you wanna do September or October? Okay. We're looking for a turn-in date, Judge. We're just gonna do a turn-in and then he can apply for an AWP from within when he works it down.
And your client understands.
Yes.
Work it down. Don't apply early, thinking you're getting the jump on it. They'll say no. Then when you apply on
Maybe
time,
we should say no.
sometimes they'll say, well, we already told this guy no. And they don't have to look any further. Just bother them once.
So he's asking for a turn-in date of October 1st. There'd be a search waiver, fines and fees. He does have 1-day credit. He was arrested in Sacramento and he was released from Sacramento.
Certainly fair to me.
That's agreeable with people.
Now, Mr. Martinez,
Yes.
you've heard the deal. Do you have any questions you want to ask the court?
No.
Are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to talk to counsel so all your questions are answered?
Yes.
It's going to be a 2-year informal probation, 10 months in the county jail. But you could, if you violate probation, be sentenced up to 3 years. That's the state prison commitment. Minus if you're done in 10 months. Whatever time you're done. There'll be numerous other terms and conditions of probation. You understand all that?
Is that a yes?
Now,
Yes.
there'll also be some, DMV consequences, which, nobody can totally predict. Pretty sure this is gonna be 2 points against your license to start with, so they may take it away.
They're already gone. They already took it.
Yeah, they'll do that. But once you're convicted, that may affect how long they keep it or whatever else they've told you. Now the computer tells them, here's the conviction, that's 2 points. As opposed to when it came in that you were charged and it said this kind of thing you should take. The same. Nobody can explain to you with any authority what DMV does. Including DMV sometimes. Okay? Those are all the consequences. Also, there's gonna be financial consequences. There'll be fines and fees imposed. I don't think there's a restitution issue.
There is.
There is a restitution issue, so we'll have to reserve restitution. That could be a lot of money, I don't know. You understand there'll be these financial consequences?
Yes.
You still wanna go ahead?
Yes, sir.
You have numerous rights I'm gonna go over with you before I can take your plea. But you have these rights and they have to be given up if you wanna dispose of the case. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Is this pre-PX? It is.
Yes.
And you have a right to a preliminary examination where the DA would have to prove up the case by a preponderance of the evidence and hold you over before there'd even be a trial. You understand you have the right to these two types of hearings.
Yes, sir.
You give up your right to have a preliminary examination.
Yes, sir.
You give up your right to have a trial by judge or jury.
Yes, sir.
At a trial and at a PX, you'd have the right to confront the witnesses against you, to cross-examine and actually listen to what they say in open court and then to cross-examine. You understand you have that right.
Yes, sir.
You give it up as to both hearings.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to bring forth your own evidence, have the court assist you with counsel in calling in witnesses and bringing in any kind of physical evidence. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
For both the PX and the trial, you give up that right.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to testify at a preliminary examination or at a trial, or both. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You give up that right.
Yes, sir.
You have the right against self-incrimination. You never have to say anything. You don't have to say anything that will lead me to find you guilty, for example, which I will almost surely do once I take your plea. You understand you have a right to remain silent.
Yes, sir.
You give up that right.
Yes, sir.
Again, has anybody threatened you to get you to do this? Has anybody promised you things that aren't part of this record?
No.
Counselor, you satisfied he understands his constitutional rights and the consequences of his plea?
Yes,
Do you concur with what he's doing?
I do.
Stipulate there's a factual basis for finding of guilt?
I do.
I would like to put a factual basis on the record. I believe that's necessary to put a felony, please.
It's not necessary, but it's a free country.
On or about that.
Supervisor's just been stipulating, but I'm happy, I prefer this.
It'll be quick. On or about May 15th, 2021, in the county of San Joaquin, officers attempted a traffic stop upon defendant's vehicle for speeding. They activated their forward-facing lights and sirens. The officer was in a fully marked patrol vehicle as well as a fully marked uniform. During the chase, the defendant was speeding, passing cars using the shoulder of the freeway, ran stop signs and a red light. The pursuit ended when he crashed into a vehicle in an intersection.
I'll stipulate for
That
purposes
will
of the
end-
plea.
That will end pursuits.
That, sometimes it does.
It will.
Okay. To the charge, in honor about May 15th, 2021, in this county, you evaded a peace officer in violation of section 2800.2A of the Vehicle Code of felony, and that you did willfully and unlawfully while operating a motor vehicle and with the intent to evade, you did flee or otherwise elude a pursuing peace officer's motor vehicle, while all of the conditions existed, that the peace officer's motor vehicle exhibited at least one lighted red lamp visible from the front, and you either saw or reasonably should have seen the lamp. The peace officer's motor vehicle was sounding its siren as was reasonably necessary. The peace officer's motor vehicle was operated by a peace officer. And the defendant drove the vehicle in a willful, wanton disregard for the safety of persons and property. For that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
I accept your no contest plea. I find you made a free, knowing, voluntary, intelligent waiver of your constitutional rights. Understanding the consequences of your plea, I further find you guilty of violating section 2800.2 of the Vehicle Code as a felony. I do so on your no contest plea, the stipulation by counsel and presentation of the facts and establish this to be true, assuming they're true. Having made that finding, accepting your plea, time wait for sentence,
Yes,
no legal cause.
none.
You have the right to be sentenced at a later time. You have a right to a probation report. Do you waive that, counsel?
Yes.
Do you, counsel?
Yes.
Okay, no probation report. Do you waive any right to be sentenced later?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
The imposition of sentence is suspended for a period of 2 years. You're placed on 2 years informal probation on the following terms and conditions. Be of good conduct, obey all laws, report as directed, follow the instructions of the court, report any change of address to the court within 7 days in writing. Do not drive unless lawfully licensed and insured. You are sentenced to 10 months in the county jail, credit for time served 1 day. You are to surrender before 9 a.m. Don't be late. They won't accept you. You'll be either in warrant status or have to come back here and waste another day or two just to get to that position. On October 1st, surrender before 9 a.m. You're ordered to pay a total in fines and fees of $400, $404. There's also a $165 probation violation restitution fine imposed but stayed. That'll be permanently stayed upon successful completion of probation. But the $404 we'll expect to be paid. Oh, 165. Okay, it's $300, $330, and not 165. So $330 is imposed but stayed. You won't have to pay that. And the regular restitution fine is in the $404. Okay?
And as that restitution be reserved for the victim, we haven't received that collision report.
Or victims.
Yes,
I
please,
don't
and I
know.
will
I
send
don't-
that information to probation as soon as I can get it.
So he crashed into somebody else, or somebody else owned the car, or both, right?
Flash into somebody else.
But nobody,
Nobody's hurt.
but the car doesn't appear to be somebody else. Okay. Restitution reserved for anybody attached to the accident.
Thank you.
Dismiss all enhancements.
Granted, you accept all these terms and conditions of probation.
Yes.
That's your report.
Well, leaving now. They gave me, for the evading, gave me 5 months. Got to turn myself in October 1st. But that's it for this video. Just court date, criminal case. That's it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back after the 5 months, but we'll still be making videos. Gone.